No Fuss Giving Trey back with another video. And today I'm gonna be talking about why Pisces are the devil. Let me break it down for y'all. But first, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Pisceans out there. Gang. You all already know. We in the building. Also want to give a shout out to all my two-twos and my 3-3s and my 2-2-2s and my 3-3-3s and my 7-7-7s. And shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. Also, I want to thank everybody for coming out to support the channel. Thank you. And those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell notification to be notified of my upcoming videos and content. And we're going to jump right in. Now, as you guys know, us Pisces, we are intense, man. We're super intense, bro. And a lot of times, you don't really know the roller coaster ride that tends to take place as you go on the the roller coaster of terror, man. Because see, what people don't know is, see, a Pisces can give off those devilish ways. It's not that they are considered the devil. It's more like they can really just lash on you, explode on you to where it can feel like you're in that hell space type of moment. So it's like, even if a Pisces is being creative, even if a Pisces is an archetype that's just totally exaggerated, see, it could be from self-reflection, it could be from entertainment, and everything is not like a literal facts. It's like, it's not going to be something that's like one way. See, it's like everything of each particular uh the definition of what a Pisces is considered. It's like a Pisces could be nice, but then they can be mean. And then it's everything in between, and it's everything going from nice to friendly to, compassionate to, empathetic. And then it's from uh mean to not giving a damn, cutting you off. It's to the point where you can't find no middle ground with Pisces. It's like, as soon as you don't give the Pisces the love that they crave, all hell breaks loose. Because if this is how a Pisces is, a Pisces is going to always mirror your energy, no matter what. So if you merge, then you're pretty much safe. But if you don't merge, you're not safe. And if you try to play the back and forth of, well, let's say you try to stall or you try to hang out in the shallow end or in between the decision of merging and, taking a step back, you're still screwed. See, because listen, Pisces cares more about how you made them feel. They don't care about what you think logically and, what was the practical thing and, to save face, to change the narrative and those type of dispositions. What Pisces is all about is the truth, bro. See, like, you can be an evil person, bro. Like, you could just be a psychotic, just douchebag, aka you name it, right? And everything that consists of. But Pisces won't judge you because you own it. It's almost like you're not running from who you are or your bad deeds. You're basically saying, okay, these are my weaknesses, or this is my bad behavior, but it's, this is what I did and this is me. So a Pisces, when we say a Pisces will fully accept you for who you are, that's what we're referring to. A Pisces is not going to judge you from being a douchebag to being an a-hole to being somebody that everybody hates, from being a weirdo. A Pisces accepts all of that about you because you're being honest about who you are. But when you lie, that's where the shit hits the fan, is when you lie about your intentions. when you sit there and try to put on a facade and try to make it seem like, oh, I had every, I had all the brightest ideas, or I looked out for you in the best ways, and we know you're full of it, bro. It's in those moments where these things of how we feel begin to manifest. See, in the worst ways, because if, just like I say, a person that creates can also create chaos. They could also create the things within the pictures of what a Pisces shows you in regards to the illusions. They can make this your reality. See, and make you have to face your own demons, bro. See, it's not about me, it's about your self-reflection. See, the very thing that you're running from, your own projection. So it's better for you to be honest, even if you are a bad person, even if you are a good person. See, because listen, when you look at the devil, bro, the real devil, everybody expects him to be something that looks gory, something that looks malefic, something that looks bad. No. See, what people don't see with the devil is they don't see that the devil came in the form of light. See, he came in the form of light. He was well groomed. That lets you know right there, you couldn't see his darkness. See, the devil, that's why I said a person can be dark and you literally all you see is the light, fam. See, because the light is the mirror. The light reflects, bro, off of anything that's not authentic, bro. So anything, and what I mean by authentic is the real you. It's everything about you. It's not just the good shit. It's the bad shit too, bro. And if you don't tell a Pisces about your bad comings, your bad shit, the shit you do that nobody sees you do behind the scenes, it's through the intuition that exposes it. And it's almost like, hey, we're just trying to get you to redeem yourself. We already got a feeling of what you done. So don't lie. Just tell us the truth. Just say, oh yeah, man, I did this and I got this and I took this and I cheated. I did. Just say you did. Just say you did it, bro. Just say you did it. Because now if you sit here and try to play the role, the facade that I do nothing wrong, now you do everything wrong, bro. Because nobody can actually live like that, bro. You're human, bro. You're not perfect, bro. So there is no room to judge as long as you keeping it 100. But when you lie, see, now you giving people something to talk about. Now you basically trying to make yourself seem as though you're so much greater, so much better. And why I said this as a metaphor, why Pisces are the devil is because the Pisces brings out the bad things, the shit you're running from. See, makes it your reality to change it. And then it's almost like if you don't want to change it, then it's your detriment. Because if you really have a reflection of yourself, what does that really tell you? You're a product of your own environment. See, you you're running from yourself, meaning you are your worst enemy. Is your conscious. Your conscious is your own mirror, fam. So if you're running from, see, a person like a Pisces is very conscious. It's more than a genius. It's more than the things like what a person can explain in a logical sense. A Pisces is way more, way beyond their time, bro. So they know exactly what you're doing when you and what you're saying when you're not saying it, fam. Because of energy, bro. Energy. A Pisces can literally can literally study you and break you down into matter, bro. And then if they want to, they can completely cut you off. They could dissolve you. They could heal you, or they could destroy you. And how do they destroy you? Is it the Pisces literally doing something that causes it? No. If you can't be 100 with yourself, you've destroyed yourself already. We ain't got to do anything to you but remind you. See, it's the memory, not the experience, that destroys people, bro. The memory is that, damn, I did all these bad things, but I couldn't own up to it. Why wouldn't you own up to it? You did it. So if you don't, what I'm saying here is if you can't admit your wrongs, then you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't even be on earth. You shouldn't even be here because everybody does wrong. But here's the problem. See, this is why Virgo is the total opposite of what Pisces is. See, because Virgo stands for judgment, bro. See, why do you think Virgo has all the details? But one, they got everything on paper. See, but they have no feeling, bro. You can't listen, bro. Could you imagine if a person has no feeling? It don't matter if the heat is on. It don't matter if it's cold as hell. Don't matter if it's pressure. Doesn't matter if it's tension. Doesn't matter because this person is so grounded that they have no feeling whatsoever. That's bad, bro. So they could literally be doing shit wrong, bro. They could literally be cheaters. And then they can absolutely think that they're right. Like, oh, they can think they're righteous for doing those type of things that are considered bad. But if you ask them what's their opinion of bad, it's like, oh, emotions. You see now this is why I'm trying to tell you guys, life is an illusion. Everybody in life has their own perspective of what life is and what it means. Even if they could clearly see it, bro. It's as they don't want to see it. They don't want to see the world for what it is, bro. They don't want to see you for who you are. See, the sun, this is the funny part. The sun's shining right now as I'm talking. Because it's going to do that anyway. It's the damn sun. So the sun even owns its energy. Why can't you? Cold-blooded. Anything that's fake does not live forever, bro. Everything that's fake, it dies, it withers away, bro. Everything that's rooted, that's strongly planted, fam, 10 toes down, like the trees, bro, they still here over years and years and years and years and years. I wonder why. Because they solid, bro. They never switch up. They never switch up on themselves. Bro, if you switch up on yourself, that means you can't admit to your wrongs. Just as your rights. And that's the thing. That's why they say if you had no wrongs, you had no. It's almost like you're not. If you, long as you own the shit that you do, you're accountable. That's all that matters. You are aware of your own shit, bro. Your own flip-flop, mess ups, skip ups, whatever it is, just as well as your strengths. But why am I saying this is because everybody thinks the Pisces are the devil because they are. It's cold-blooded, bro. It's a metaphor. It's metaphoric, bro. Pisces are metaphoric. Everything you think of a Pisces is exactly how you really feel about yourself. It's cold-blooded. Think about this. If we're all human, how can you judge me if we the same goddamn thing? What makes you different? Oh, I don't do all that messy stuff, bro. You just as messy just by saying the comment, just by saying that. You just as messy because where there's indifference, there's what? Chaos. Bro, it doesn't have to be a mess for shit to be chaotic. All it takes is two people to think something different, have a different opinion for them to clash. If I say, damn, you should go out the front door, and the other person say, nah, I think it's a better idea to go through the back door. If we can't agree, we gonna always fall apart. No matter who you are, bro. It started from a small scale to a larger scale. It could be the president of the United States disagreeing with one of his right hand men about a decision they should make. And literally, he could be saying, hey, man, we should do it like this, cut this off, add this, and guess what? His fellow colleague could be like, no, I don't think that's a good idea, Mr. President. What do you think gonna happen? The same shit that would happen to two dudes of a lower level on the street, just like, yo, bro, I'm gonna give you 2 for the 5. Nah, bro, I don't do the 2 for the 5, bro. I need 15. I need more. Nah, bro, you can't do that because you gonna mess up the motion, bro. Now they want to kill each other because they not agreeing, bro. See, you can't even see. Pisces has studied this through compromise. Even if they're not going to fully commit right now with the decision, because everything with Pisces is about, it's about time, bro. It's a time to do everything, bro. You don't have to do everything right away. It's just as long as you do it in the right timing, fam. See, you got that job because it was the timing, bro. It had nothing to do whether or not they was hiring, firing, high turnover. You got the job because it was the right damn time when you submitted your app, bro. It ain't had nothing to do with all those other thoughts, bro. That's why I say we sometimes folks think they running things or controlling things when you absolutely have no control. All you did was throw something you just sent off a little application at the right time. See? And then I'm telling you this because everybody is going to, what I'm saying with this is this. From the beginning of time, bro, Pisces was always going to be considered the bad guy, bro. It's like it's like you were born into a situation that consists of this as proof because you are who you are, bro. So people are instantly going to always say you're this. No, you said this. No, you're never this. You're never this. They never give you credit. See? Because you don't need any validation, bro. You won't never get credit. You are the credit. You don't need a credit. It's people, you were born for folks to hate you, bro. It's like, imagine you having a enigma, a stigma to you, attached to you, no matter at birth. The doctors probably hated that the fact you was born. Folks, listen, bro, I'm going to tell you, energy, it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. See, it's energy flows. And what it does is it disrupts. See, it disrupts everything, the airflow, everything that move. And see, the craziest part is this. See how the energy flows? It's so many people that's opposed to it, bro. No, I'm gonna tell you why. When you authentic, bro, everybody is gonna come, they not gonna like you, bro. That's one thing that people will never want to do is to accept their flaws, bro. Nope. People cannot handle rejection. People, listen, it's some things that a grown man can be confident in everything else, but then one that rejection could be such a trigger to him to where it could literally just wipe him out to where he don't even want to be alive no more. See, it's like that one thing that he can't handle. See, is to be rejected from something that he think that he's good at, that he should have. See, and that's why I say like this: rejection is good. Rejection shows you that you are human, bro. It's a reminder. It's a memory that hey, I'm not all perfect. See, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna slip and fall. I'm gonna make messes. As long as I clean up my shit, you shouldn't be you shouldn't be worried about me and what I'm doing. If you are, then I'm a reflection of you. Because you don't want to clean up your shit, so you mad at me for cleaning up my shit. See? So here it's always what I'm saying is that Pisces is always going to be no matter how much righteous things you do on the earth. People going to always think you're the devil, bro. They going to always treat you and say bad, oh, you're this, you said this though, you did this, but this how you did it though, it's how you handled it. It's what you said, it's what you done, to the point where everybody going to think you're the bad guy. See? But it's the craziest part is they do not see your light, bro, because they don't want to. They're too busy seeing themselves in you. See that? See, like, you got to think, if you expose somebody just by being present, how you think they're going to feel? Just by you being there, just by you standing right in front of them, they're gonna hate you, bro. And they're gonna feel like it's because of you of why they're feeling the way they're feeling, et cetera, et cetera. See? Now let me see. That's the thing. Like, yeah, appreciate the hundreds. Everybody coming out. Go Diego and Thomas Faye. Welcome everybody else that came in. And see, now I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, so like, I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Okay, so like this, and I'm gonna say, see, a Pisces can read people very fast, bro. A Pisces can read people very fast, bro. And see, a Pisces can test you. They might leave for a couple months. They'll come back to see if you've changed. And it's like, let me just run my list of, questions, or we could have a monologue or just talk things through. Long time no see. Even if you are considered my opposition. See? And you're only my opposition because it's a lot of things we don't agree on. See, that makes us different. Now, the problem is how a person consciously think of the world. If it's not something that merges with the Pisces, in other words, then it's considered an enemy. See, opposition just means the person just has a different view of things. An enemy is an illusion, bro. This is why, bro, you think animals run around. Listen, do you think an animal thinks it has enemies? It can't know nothing unless it's taught, bro. It can't know something unless it has learned this type of behavior, bro. That's why it's an illusion, bro. Because illusions are behaviors, bro. An illusion is just something that looks like something, and somebody decided to judge it and give it a name. You can't judge. Listen, it's only one person that can judge everybody, the creator, bro. It's cold-blooded. So how can you put yourself in the creator's shoes by trying to judge others, bro? You can't. The perfectionist is considered what? See, perfect is always gonna be considered the devil, bro. See, you see how you're only once you accept your flaws and the things that you are good at or good with, then you are made whole. Then you made whole. There ain't no worry, ain't nothing to worry about then. But when you cannot accept your downfalls, bro, your mishaps, your slip ups, your messes. Now you have exalted yourself. See, now you have put yourself as the king, the creator, because of now you thinking that, oh, you don't have to, you feel like you don't have to own up to your faults. That's what narcissism is, bro. Oh, I don't have no issues. Oh, it's you. I don't do those things. And no, if you think you perfect, you're so far from it, bro. But what you have established is the false sense of what? False sense of self, man. That to the point. That's why I say you're your own enemy. The only enemy that you have is yourself, bro. That there is no enemy. Everybody responds to you. Everybody responds to the reflection, bro. You thinking that you surrounded by enemies, but really it's you. You're a product of your own environment, bro. When you are operating a certain way, when you're shiesty, you attract shiesty people. When you operating on, I hate this person, I don't like this person irritate you. When you operate like that, everybody around you does it. They copy the same exact everything. See, they copy you everything. Then you wonder, man, why I'm into it with this person. These people are the products of the environment, bro. You created these people, and you created the behaviors. Everything that's coming towards you has a lot to do with your energy, the energy that you put out into the universe. You're just attracting the very thing that's just like you, bro. But you don't like it because you haven't accepted your faults. See, that's why it's a test, bro. When you accept your faults, then you start to see when you see the faults, then you start to realize, okay, now I can see everybody else clearly. See, you accept yourself. You stop looking at people as being enemies. You stop looking at people in a negative light. See, when you work on yourself, that's why they say you must do your own shadow work, bro. You must learn, go within, fam. See, that's just like if you got retrograde in your chart, that means everything coming from your inner world. So your inner world is everything that everybody else can't see, but you see it. If you sit here and say that you cannot see nothing that you do is wrong, that means you have no inner what? Inner conscious, bro. You have no inner being. You have no soul, bro. You have a soul, but you're not in touch with yourself, if that makes sense. You're not in feeling. You gotta feel your way through living on the earth, bro. You can't anybody that ever says they have zero emotions is a liar, bro. If you got zero emotion and you may feel like you're tough, or you feel like, you don't never everybody has emotions. You were born that way, bro. It's just that folks are afraid of their emotions. That's the problem. But I'm gonna continue with part two, and because I gotta handle something, but I'm gonna continue part two in a few hours, you guys. So tune in, just tune in for that. Like, comment, share, subscribe.